All right, so today took an unfortunate break. Was it gonna win? Of course. Um, so basic. This looks like a mess. I'm not gonna lie. So, anyways, uh, bearish on the day was my initial analysis. We had a lot of liquidity below us. We have all this. Why that isn't there? Um. Anyways, 4 hour bullish for value gap. I assumed we would. Well, here's what I wanted to happen. Right. Hold on. All right. So we kind of got a chop fest, I'll be honest. Um, what I wanted to happen was I wanted us to one, sweep down, hit this bullish fair value gap, bang, react off of it. We've taken data lows from 8:30. I think it was PMI, PPI. I don't. It was something. Um, take this, sweep it, bang, go up, take this low resistance liquidity, bang, move up into here, take highs in the 4 hour bearish for value gap, right? Because usually when you enter a higher time frame for value gap, you don't want to take the highs and the lows within it. But not gonna lie, we barely made any movement today, so we didn't do that. So, but obviously I'm not gonna like throw the whole day away because I didn't get the one movement I wanted to see specifically, although that would have been a really good entry and high RR. But whatever. Um we will uh well, honestly today was kind of mid. On the 5 minute it looks like straight chop. But um so here we we kind of just shot up, instantly took low resistance liquidity and this high that was there, then instantly went back down, went right back up, kind of went down a little bit, took the external high we had just made after just chopping, I guess, and then started to go down. I was thinking about shorting here, but I didn't. That is straight chop. But we had this 15-minute bearish for value gap, which I know is tiny, but low key we've been respecting it. So, you know, despite being, you get what I mean. Um, anyways, we respected it. So I knew shorts were definitely an option today because we were respecting the bearish for value gap on the 15-minute. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait because um we were, this was a little bit too low to already be my entry. So because I was gonna target data lows. So what ended up happening was took this, made an external low. Well, not external if you're counting this, but external low, moved back up into internal, and then formed this 1 minute bearish fair value gap after moving up high. We disrespected this 1 minute bearish fair value gap, but then we created this one, went down, and then retraced up into it, respected it, bang, I entered, right? And my first entry was absolutely deep fried. Low key was just, at that point, I like, what happened? I like low key, I just accidentally doubled my contracts, and would I have hit TP if I just didn't get scared because I doubled my contracts? Yes, but I doubled my contracts, got scared because I didn't want to lose $1,000 instead of 500, and my stop loss was so much closer than I wanted because I entered here. My stop loss was supposed to be up here, but it was like right here. So I instantly took break even, which ended up being like $100. And then we had this movement all the way down here, which if I stayed in this original position, would have been a 1-2. So, would have been majorly up today, but I guess it is what it is. you know, emotions trying to get to me on that one, and I doubled my contract, so it just was against my rules to fully take that trade because it wasn't an intentional scale up, so it just wasn't, I would say, wise to stay in that trade. Re-entered with the correct amount right here, and almost immediately we take this external low, boom, move break even, right? Like, okay, this is a big movement. We're just gonna come all the way down here, right? No. We're gonna come up. We're almost take stop loss. Well, I got taken out break even right here. Or no, right here. And it was like, and then immediately started going down again. So I thought it was just gonna slap TP after literally wicking me, but no, it didn't. It came up all the way. It was like, it would have been like 400 in drawdown. Yeah. And then we end up going and hitting data lows, which, like one would expect, we immediately swept off of. But am I mad at the entry? No. Am I mad at the trade at all? Not really. It was in my books. Sorry. It was an A+ setup. Was patient. Waited for the opportunity to present itself. Took the trade. Unfortunately, got break even. Was I correct about the movement? Yeah, so I'm not mad at all, because at least that shows I'm not trading with, my feet. At least I'm using my head this time. It is what it is. Notes of the day. Good trade, unfortunate break even. It was a bit choppy. Entered on the 1 minute. Ended APNL $100 because of the first trade. Yep. Already explained the trade. Followed my rules. It was good. So basically, the lesson I took home today, I think, are comparable to Romans 5, verse 3-4. Not only so, but we also glory in our sufferings, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. Basically, this means that in our suffering, we grow and we have opportunity to, I would say, become better people or learn from it, at least. And so, I'm not going to say this was suffering, because, I'm still happy with the day because I was correct about the movement. But, on days when you lose, on days when you take unfortunate break evens, it's something you learn from. You learn to persevere, even because, it's just part of trading. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's no 100% win rate. Otherwise, there would be no economy. And yeah, we got 3 verses today. Proverbs 17:22, a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. I feel like this goes with the Romans verse pretty well, because we look at it, if we let the suffering dry up our bones, then our spirit will be crushed and we just give up on day trading. Never gonna happen. Locked in for life. GG's. So I think it's good to take a cheerful heart approach to day trading, because it's good medicine for our trading and it helps us avoid tilt, stuff like that. The third verse is, all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Proverbs 14:23. I think this applies to day trading a lot. I think if you work hard, if you're determined, if you're disciplined in your, strategy, your rules, your psychology, I think you're gonna make it, because all hard work brings the profit. But if you only talk, if you only say, oh well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna day trade, I'm gonna have a 75% win rate, but then you don't put any work to back it, you're cooked. if I decided to come into the NAS and I didn't study at all to know what any of this means, I'm gonna look at this Unreal, and I'm gonna short right here because we're in a downtrend, you know. So it's just, I think I'm glad I've put in the work. I think I'm finally getting somewhere. I feel like I have a cheerful heart in what I'm doing, and even though there's unfortunate days, I feel like I'm growing from it. So, and that's what I got from today. Hope you guys can also take something from that, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.